When talking about veganism, I think it's very important to have a very clear understanding of what veganism actually is. One particular definition I like is veganism is a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as is possible and practicable, all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose, and by extension promotes the development and use of animal-free alternatives for the benefits of animals, humans, and the environment. In dietary terms, it denotes the practice of dispensing with all products derived wholly or partly from animals. Now, the very key phrase in that definition is as far as is possible and practicable. This sentence will be different for everyone, as everyone has different circumstances of what is and isn't possible for them. So the key here is to authentically and genuinely differentiate within your own means and understandings those animal products which you're purchasing from a place of perceived absolute necessity versus a perception of habit, ease, taste, convenience, tradition, culture. This is because these are all animal products that we are consuming from a place of non-necessity. And in these instances of non-necessity, by our own admission, we are causing an animal to suffer a horrendous life experience and very premature death for something that we, by our own admission, we don't have to do. And when we cause harm towards an animal when it's unnecessary to do so, this could be defined as cruel, because we are creating death within another individual just from a place of preference and not from necessity. And this is all veganism is asking people to do, is to really sit down authentically and deeply and evaluate the animal products that you're having from absolute necessity or your own self-perception of necessity, and then remove those animal products or forms of animal exploitation that you just don't need. This can be achieved with very simple substitutions. For example, if you enjoy buying cow's milk, you can simply replace this by buying oat milk or soy milk or almond milk, etc. If you like making chicken curry, instead you can substitute that with tofu or lentils. So a lot of these things aren't really changing much of what you do, it's just a very simple substitution. So when we have that ability to make a very simple choice, we should be choosing the vegan alternative because it's creating less harm and suffering in the world. And after all veganism is just asking is just to minimize the amount of pain and suffering in the world that these innocent, vulnerable animals experience. So the challenge that I issue to people watching this video is to very honestly differentiate the difference between those animal products which you have from necessity and those which you believe you can eliminate.